What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Realistic Rumour, the Wrexham. This is episode number 36. And as we look at the fixtures, as we round off March, we face Blackpool, Stockport, and Milton Keynes as we are entering crunch time now in the season. 11 games left, and as you can see, we are not where we want to be. Yes, it's our first season in League One, but we want to be pushing for promotion, and we are currently 10th, but only 3 points outside the playoffs, and we secured 7 points out of a possible 9 in the last episode. Also, in that episode, we got back-to-back wins for the first time in, I think it was 2 months. So perhaps we're starting to turn a corner, but there is no more room for leeway. There's no more room for, testing things out and, trying to gain momentum. 11 league games left, 33 points available. We have to collect as many as possible if we want to be in those playoffs. I don't think automatic promotion is even a question at this point, because we are a million miles away from, I think it's Rotherham and Plymouth up there. But chasing those two is Blackpool, the first team that we'll face in today's episode. Tangerines flying high in the league. They are third right now, looking to chase down those automatic promotion spots. And, well, despite them being probably the favourites for this game, considering their league position, we actually started really, really strongly in this one, peppering the keeper early on, forcing a few corners, and really showing that our tails are up right now in terms of our form. We're sticking with Bradshaw up top, who just tested the keeper there. Mullin still playing in cam. And it was Paul Mullin who probably should have given us the lead here. We're so dangerous from corners, and it should have been another goal there. His header goes over, though, too much power. And then Mullin is looked to have been found, but the defender slides in with a really important tackle right at the death. It looked like Mullin was going to give us the lead. Blackpool go down the other end just before the half-hour mark. They get the ball to Norburn. He cuts it back to Morgan, and Blackpool take a lead against the run of play. But the Tangerines do not care, and they lead this one 1-0. Well, that would be the score at halftime. Then going into the second half, it was as you were. We were on top, we were dominating, pressing high, forcing turnovers. Patrick Roberts here forcing the keeper into a really smart save. And despite us being down in the scoreline and not the favourites for this one, we kept going, we kept plugging along, and kept trying to find that equaliser, that illustrious equaliser. Well, the ball would be played to Belabor here, and the midfielder's shot again is well saved. Honestly, the Blackpool keeper was just on it today. He was just saving everything, left, right, centre. Really, really struggled to get anything past him. And then late on, Lloyd would actually come up with a really smart save here to, potentially keep us on the game. Another great save there as well. Two great saves. We looked to recycle the ball given away, but I think that was Ryan Morris, and then Blackpool punish us. Poor turnover. Lloyd saved us twice. He couldn't save us a third time. And Blackpool would seal the victory in the 89th minute. Really poor turnover there, pass straight back into the middle, and Blackpool would punish us for that. And that would be that. A game that we actually dominated, played really well in, but could not find a way past the Blackpool keeper. He was on top form today, and it is our first defeat in for Blackpool. As they look to chase the top two down, they get a massive 3 points at the racecourse, but we come away with nothing, unfortunately. So after that result, I can still see the positives. I know it's a loss, and we're saying that there's no room for error now. 10 games to go now in the league. It doesn't matter if we play well and lose. I want to be winning these games, but we still remain 10th, and we actually still remain just 3 points outside the playoffs as well. It's such a tight bunch that are pushing for that last position in the playoffs. So we're still in and around there. As Ismaila Koulibaly comes to us and says, look, thanks for giving me some minutes. He needs to be playing more. That's what he says to us. He needs to be playing more. And I think come next season, I think he'll be the George Evans replacement, but I just don't think he's ready for it right now. I don't want to upset the team, and Evans is absolutely class, but especially if we get promoted as well, I just don't think Evans will be championship quality. So Koulibaly, stick with me, and you will get there eventually. Well, before we head into the second game, Patrick Armstrong, our Youth Academy graduate, we convert him to a cam, and he goes up 2 ratings, which was nice to see. I think he'll be one for the future. And then we head into the second game of the episode, and it is Stockport, who are fighting relegation. We drew 2-2 with them earlier in the season. I don't know if you remember, but Pritchard scored that last-second equaliser to keep our then intact unbeaten away record going. That was a big comeback because I think Stockport scored twice late as well, so it was a bit of a dramatic ending to that game. But this is our 100th game in charge of Wrexham as well, so crazy. I mean, we're what, 36 episodes in, and this is our 100th game in charge. I think our record's pretty decent, to be fair. Our win percentage, it must be pretty good. And we would look to celebrate the 100th game with a victory here. Again at the racecourse, so back at home. And Patrick Roberts would put us on to a flyer. Really nice finish from the player we picked up from the free transfer market. I think he is going to be a really shrewd signing. He's just got experience. He's got that bit of quality that we found with Pritchard as well when we brought him in. And he shows his quality there. Well, from kickoff, we win the ball back. Lee would find Mullin, who thunders a shot off the bar, but then Dewis and Bennett would put us 2-0 up 13 minutes in. Mullin's shot absolutely crashed off the bar, but Bennett was first to react, chesting the ball down, and then I think he actually scuffed the shot, but it went in anyway, and we lead 2-0 before a beautiful reverse ball from Roberts finds Lee, but the keeper is a match for him this time, and he stops us taking a 3-0 lead. Well, we were absolutely dominating this one. Stockport, who were one of the teams that got promoted with us last season, I think they won the league, didn't they? But they are struggling. They are in a relegation battle right now, whereas we are pushing for promotion. So you can see which team has adapted better to the League One surroundings. Well, the Stockport boss was obviously not happy, and he made a change just before half-time, as we were forced, as we won a corner. A good save from the keeper. Last play of the game, 46th minute. Evans swings in a ball, headed out, but not wide. Back into Evans. Ooh, was that Roberts going for the bicycle kick? I respect the effort, but it gets blocked. And the referee will surely blow for half-time. Yes, he will. 2-0 leads at half-time against Stockport, and we look to carry it on in the second half. To be honest, both these games, I know we lost to Blackpool, but we've been playing absolutely brilliantly in both these games, really taking it to our opponents, really pushing high and forcing big turnovers, creating loads of chances, and we would take one of those chances early in the second half. Patrick Roberts turning provider as he finds Paul Mullin, and PM10 fires into the top corner. What a finish from Mullin. That was his 31st goal of the season. 31 goals. What a man. Well, he would make it 32. His good pal, Mendy, get into the byline and squaring it to Paul Mullin. Those two, honestly, have combined for so many goals. It's fantastic to see. And we lead 4-0 before Patrick Roberts would drive into the box. The space just opened up for him, and he beautifully finessed a shot into the far corner. And that's 2 goals and an assist for Patrick Roberts in this game. This has really been his coming of age game. He played all right against Blackpool, but this game he has absolutely taken Stockport by storm. I think he's going to be a fantastic signer for us. We obviously lost Luke Bolton in the January transfer window, which actually I want to mention quickly. So a few people actually made me aware of this, but Wrexham in real life signed Luke Bolton, which I think is so funny that like when you're doing a career mode with a team and in real life, obviously we're like a year later than they are, but in real life they signed the player that you signed, and seeing them sign Luke Bolton just made me laugh, man, because I was just so used to seeing him in that kit. So yeah, it's cool to see him. Obviously we've now sold him on, he's gone to Championship side Sheffield United in our career mode, but yeah, hopefully he has a successful spell with Wrexham. Well, back into our game, and Patrick Roberts would seal the hat-trick and a 6-0 win for Wrexham. What a big win. What a great response after the Blackpool loss, getting back up on the horse, and that's 3 wins in 4 now. Patrick Roberts, shall I call him a hat-trick Roberts? 3 goals and an assist. What a man. What a performance. And he has been fantastic, filling in for that Luke Bolton hole that we now have in the team. But I think this is actually an upgrade. I think it was just a perfect deal because we made money. We brought Patrick Roberts in for free, and we upgraded the players. So if anything, we just got a better player and made some money, which was fantastic to see. We invested that money into the youth academy, which will hopefully provide some young talent coming through. But we take that one 6-0, a fantastic result. Bennett with a goal, Mendy with an assist. Lee, I think, had 3 assists, by the way. This is the Wrexham we've come to love. Free-flowing, attacking, fluid football, and everyone looking a threat, which a few episodes ago that wasn't the case, but now we're looking good as well. And another clean sheet for Lloyd, 3 in 5 since being reinstated into the team when we dropped him for a couple games. He is now back in the team and he's firing in net and stopping those clean sheets. Well, as we look at the stats here, Paul Mullin, 32 goals. What a man, honestly, what a man. Mendy and Lee, 2 top assisters, 11 and 10 respectively. And Nathan Lloyd with that clean sheet now takes him at joint third with 11. So only a couple clean sheets off the top spot as well, Nathan Lloyd, which is really, really cool to see. We are now back in the hunt for the playoffs. We are 7th, just outside the playoffs as we head into the third and final game of the episode. And it is another fellow promoted side. So we played Stockport, who came up with us from League 2 last season. We play Milton Keynes Dons this time. And like Stockport, they are in a relegation scrap as well. So again, we should be favourites for this one, but nothing is given. It's our first away fixture of the episode, and it is the last one of the episode as well. So let's see if we can get back-to-back wins for the second episode in a row, which would be really cool. 9 games to go in the league now. We are counting them down. We can see the end. It is in sight. Hopefully we'll have more games though, because we want to be in those playoffs. Well, head into this, into the third game. It would be the same team that started every game this episode. Obviously, you win a game 6-0, you're not going to make any changes. And Patrick Roberts looking to take off where he left the last game, scoring a hat-trick, cutting inside on his left foot. But the shot actually took a deflection. I didn't realise this. I thought it just went wide. But we get the corner, and you all know how dangerous we are from corners. George Evans to Paul Mullin. Bosh. 33 league goals for the season. Paul Mullin is outrageous. It's such a shame that he isn't like 4 or 5 years younger, because I would love to have a good 3-4 years of this Paul Mullin. But it's going to be interesting because I think he's in the twilight of his career now, but he's still firing. But it's going to come to a point where he won't be able to provide anymore, and we're going to have to replace him with a different striker. So it'll be interesting to see who we look to bring in. I mean, how can you replace Paul Mullin? The guy's an absolute goal machine. Well, speaking of goal machines, yes, MK Dons did equalise through Jonathan Lecco straight away. An old school career mode legend, Jonathan Lecco. I remember doing a career mode with Portsmouth I think it was FIFA 16, and Lecco was a baller for me then. He scores against me today, but Patrick Roberts, the guy can't do anything wrong right now. 5 in 4 for the man. He gets the ball. Different to his other goals where he was cutting in on his left and whipping it into the top corner. This one, he drives into the box, shields off the defender, has a go with his weak foot. It's a really, really nice finish across the keeper, and we lead on the stroke of half-time. And Roberts again involved as we enter the second half, switching play to Bennett. He finds Mendy, they play catch before Mendy looks to play it inside, and there's Elliot Lee inside the box, and what a finish. Elliot Lee giving us a 3-1 lead just 10 minutes into the second half as he goes to celebrate with the away fans. Great start to the second half. All 3 games I've been really happy and really impressed with how we've played. Yes, we lost to Blackpool, which was annoying, but if we can see this game out, 2 wins from 3, 6 points back-to-back wins, but more importantly, we're playing good football, and the results will come if we continue to play this way as we enter, like we said at the start of the episode, at the crunch time of the season. Well, MK Dons wouldn't be going down without a fight, and they forced Lloyd into a really good save before Lecco took advantage of a mix-up at the back. I think that was Josh O. I don't really know what he was doing there. It looked like he had the ball under control. Lecco actually gets it, goes through and smashes it home to make it a nervy ending, but we managed to see this one out. A 3-2 win over Milton Keynes. We compile their bid to try and stay up from relegation, but more importantly, focusing on our season, it's a huge 3 points for us. Back-to-back wins, and we are back in form. 4 wins and a 5 as well, which is really, really good to see. Another dominant performance. 2 Mendy assists. This guy can't be stopped right now. Top of the assist charts. What a man he is. Robert scored again as well and looked on it, which what a key signing he might turn out to be, honestly. He has been fantastic since he came in January. And as you see there, 6th in the table now. We've gone ahead of Lincoln and Oxford in the race for the playoffs. We're 7 points adrift of Derby and Birmingham, so it looks like it's going to be 4 or 5 teams battling for that last playoff spot, including us. So hopefully the results keep coming. I think we've been doing really well, actually. I'm really happy with how we're doing. Plymouth beat Oxford 1-0 to move back up to 2nd and drop Oxford out of the playoffs as well. So that was a big result for us. Birmingham and Blackpool drew 1-1 as well, and they're both in the playoffs. So that was another big fixture there, as Blackpool are now 6 points adrift of Plymouth. That might be too far for them to achieve automatics. But we're entering a hectic April period where we play 4 games in 11 days. I think 6 games in 23 days. So huge games coming up. 8 league games remaining. Let me know in the comments, do you think we can make the playoffs? I really hope so. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been a really good one. Back-to-back wins in the league, and we're looked to be firing again. Can we secure a playoff spot with 8 games to go? Hopefully so. But drop a like on the episode if you're enjoying it. Sub to the channel if you aren't already. We are so close to 500 subs as well. And I'll catch you in episode 37 very soon.